Hello students. Yesterday we have just seen the case for the different cases for the velocity of sound and also the factors that are affecting the velocity of sound we have discussed in details, and I think there is no confusion while deriving the expression for the velocity of transverse wave or velocity of longitudinal wave or velocity of sound waves, as sound wave is just like an longitudinal wave. So that's why in air we have calculated the velocity, and also we have seen the corrections for the velocity of sound when Newton's gave the law for that and Laplace has corrected it. Clear? So I think those concepts are clear, and even the factors that can affect it and the factors that doesn't affect it, that we have discussed all these things. So today let's discuss a new thing, that is reflection of wave. So already you are familiar with the name reflection. So in case of light, we have used this concept. The reflection of light you know already. Whenever suppose that we have any surface, any interface, and if it is polished from the another end, suppose that it is polished from the another end, then if at this surface light will incident, then this light is reflected in another direction. This is known as reflection of the light wave. So in this case, this angle of incidence, that is equal to angle of reflection. This is the normal that we have drawn to this interface. Clear? So this phenomena is known as reflection of light. That same phenomena we have observed in the case of waves. So obviously, actually, one more concept I just want to tell you here, that is light also possesses wave concept, wave nature. So if light is also wave, then definitely it is following all the properties of wave. So in other words, you can say that wave has also that phenomena. That's why light is possessing it. Clear? So it means that whenever there will be some interface, subsurface, and due to that, if wave will incident on it, then wave will get a reflection. It will feel the change in direction actually in its propagation. Suppose that wave is propagating in this way, and here one boundary is here, then obviously with the collision due to this boundary, it will impart and force on that. We have already understood that whenever the fluid or any gas or the particles, if they are just colliding with any rigid support, then due to that, if they are colliding, then definitely they will impart their energy, means they are imparting the force on this wall. So due to partition of the force on this wall, obviously the particles of the walls that are imparted a force in the backward direction. So due to action, with the help of action and reaction, or you can understand it. So if this force is applied on that, then a reaction force that is applied due to the wall on that particular particle or wave also. So due to that, there is a change in phase takes place in the wave motion. Change in direction takes place in the wave motion, and that is known as, that phenomena is known as reflection of wave. So here we are seeing that if wave is just traveling in this direction, and in this direction, and resistance or a wall or barrier, which whatever you want to say, that is placed, and due to this, obviously it will impart some force on it, and it will also impart reaction force. And we know that the action and reaction force that are opposite in direction, it means that it will change its direction, and obviously it will just scatter or reflect in this direction. So finally, what just we want to understand, that is whenever the wave is reflected, then that time there will be change in phase that will take place, and that change in phase, if there is some closed medium, closed boundary here, this is closed for this wave, so this is known as closed boundary. For that, there is always phase change of 180 degree that is taken place by the wave. Clear? And in sometimes, like if particles that are propagated or waves that is propagated in the longitudinal way. So in case of longitudinal motion, we know that compression and rarefaction that are taking place. So in case of compressions, particles are compressed and they comes together, and in that case we can see that here suppose this particle is coming here, so the direction of motion that is in this direction, and again if the rarefaction that is taking place, they are just moving in opposite direction. So here we are also seeing that direction, and due to repulsion here or reflection, they are just going in opposite. Means in continuous compression and rarefaction, there is also the phenomena of reflection of wave that is taking place. We can understand it very easily. Suppose this is compression is taking place, then these particles are coming in this way, and now if for the rarefaction, they are just moving in outward, then we can say that they are just coming, and with the collision of one another, they are just going outward. So here deflection of waves that is taken place in the case of wave also. But in this case, there is no change in phase take place. But whenever there is boundary, particle is incident on any boundary, then in that case there is a phase change of phi that is taken place. So as I think the concept of reflection of wave that is clear, later we will discuss where we are using the concept of the reflection of wave, and where in our daily life we are even doing so that. So first of all, mathematically, how can we explain, how can we represent the equation for the reflected wave? First, suppose that a wave that is traveling in the medium. So this is a boundary. A wave that is traveling to this boundary. So this wave will have some displacement. If suppose that this is traveling with velocity something v, it has propagation constant k, the angular frequency is omega, then in that case we can write its displacement equation, that is y is equal to r sine omega t minus kx. If we are just taking it, it is propagating in positive x direction. Clear? Now we are seeing that after just colliding with this ball, it will just reflect back to its to the opposite direction, because when it will apply some force on it, then there will be a reaction force opposite in the direction, so wave will travel in the opposite direction here. So phase change of pi that has taken place here. So now we can write the displacement wave equation for this wave that is traveling in negative x direction, and that has the phase pi in comparison to this wave. So finally, what can we write here? For this wave we are talking reflected, suppose this is incident. So here we can write r sine omega t. Here the negative x direction that is taking place, so obviously we can write here plus kx, and a phase change of pi. You can write it here. So finally, what can we obtain? That will be minus sine omega t plus kx. So here with the help of the reflected concept, we can easily calculate what is the displacement of the reflected wave by this formula. Here negative sign indicates that the wave, that is the incident wave that is traveling in positive x direction, that is reflected, and due to reflection there is a phase change of pi that is taking place here. In other words, if you are not writing just this minus sign, then this also implies to you, if only we are taking here positive kf, then it also tells us that it is the reflected wave, because it is traveling in positive x direction, it is traveling in negative x direction. It means that there was some boundary, due to that it is reflected. So with the help of this displacement wave equation, we can represent easily what is the equation of reflected wave case of here. So now where can we use the concept of the reflection of wave? You can also understand it for the reflection of sound, because sound is also a mechanical wave. So with the help of concept, like you know that the concept of echo. Echo is what? Whenever we produce sound, and if in return we are hearing the same sound, then we are calling that property as the echo. And this property is arises like at hills we are seeing that types of property, or in halls we are seeing. Means if there are a large space to travel the particle wave, then after going there, and it will take some time to come back obviously, then and in that time we will feel some echo. We are seeing that after some time we are hearing, we are listening our own voice after some time. Like the reason is that, suppose in any whales we are producing sound, then you are seeing that after some time a voice that is coming out of whales, and that is our own voice, but after some time we are just hearing that, that is called an echo here. So whenever we produce sound, obviously sound has some speed, and the distance it will obviously go to the surface of the well, and it will travel that distance, then definitely some of the time will be there, it will be taken. And that time how can we calculate it? Distance upon velocity of sound, and again it is just coming out from the well to the same distance, again that time is taken. So you can if add that 2 times, then obviously that helps some value, and due to that after that time we are listening that voice. So if whenever there is a space for the movement of the first of all, first thing is needed for the echo, that is the space around us, so that wave can travel a large distance. Secondary fact that is needed here, boundary should be there, otherwise there will be no reflection of wave takes place. In the case here we are talking about, suppose here the wave is producing and this wave is traveling in this direction. If there will be no boundary, then it will travel in the same path. But still, if there is some boundary, then due to the collision from here, obviously it will be reflected from here. So due to reflection, again it will travel back to the path, and we will hear the same voice after some time. So this is the echo, and this the echo of sound. This property we are using in the ear terms, or in the hearing aids that we are using if someone has the difficulty of hearing. So in that case we are using same the concept of the echo of sound. Secondly, you know that the stethoscope, and doctors are using that for our pit checking. So obviously in that case also the stethoscope uses some sound, and in the after the reflection a sound is produced again it. So there also the echo of sound, we are just the concept of the stethoscope is that. So in other more examples are there actually, like speaking tubes are example of this, and electric board are examples of this, and also the one living animal that is using the same example and same concept of the echo sound, that is dolphins. You know that dolphins produces sound, or they uses this echo nature, echo production or reflection of sound nature to understand or to know where the object is and where is someone. So for that dolphin produces some sounds, and that sound means in every direction produces sound, and that sound if travel back, obviously after reflection, if some of the objects are there, then after reflection it will travel back. And we know that reflection process is also taken in is also arising in waters also. So definitely in waters reflection process will take place, then definitely after some time dolphin will listen that voice, and due to that she will be sure that with here some objects are here, some persons or some of the things are here. So with the help of that dolphins can understand the position of any object. So that's why you can say that their IQs are very high. They are using such types of scientific phenomena for the knowledge of the objects also. So here you can understand that where we are using the concept of the reflection of waves. There are so many examples actually. The concept, suppose that we have just tied a string between two ends. Clear? Like in musical instruments you have seen such types of tiding or concepts, like in case of the string of sitar, guitar and other factors, we have seen that the string of these are tied between two fixed resist end. So in that case, if we are producing sound one end, then due to production of sound, obviously vibration will be induced in this, and due to that vibration a wave that will travel from here to here, and again this wave is traveling from here to here, then definitely there is also a boundary, and if this boundary, it will feel, first of all feel the wave change of pi, secondly thing that it will feel the change in its direction, means reflection of wave will be here, so reflection of wave will takes place from here. So such types of waves that are formed due to reflection of wave property in closed string, that is known as stationary waves or standing waves. So standing waves are very important concept for the production of sound in musical instruments. So here we are using the concept of reflection of waves even if we are producing sound in musical instrument or we are designing any musical instrument for this production, clear? Or some of the open tube we are using. So in case of open tube, suppose if we are using an open tube, so in that case like float we are using, that is just like an open tube. So in that case we are producing sound from one end, then due to production of sound it goes to this end, and again reflection from these walls taken places continuously, and through that the sound is producing. So in this way, the reflection of a wave concept that we are using in our musical instrument, and also we are using it on our daily life. So this is very important phenomena that we have discovered, that we have understood, and the concept of stationary wave, that is really gave us the entertainment thing, the best thing, like we all love the music and musical instruments are made with the help of wave concept, with the help of oscillation concept, and with the help of reflection of wave concept. So I think the reflection of wave concept that you have understood. Then the next concept that we have to study here, that is the superposition of waves. So let's see that the concept of superposition of waves, and superposition means the mixing of waves. We are talking about that concept. So suppose there are two or more waves that are propagating in the same direction, and obviously if they are propagating in same direction, then there are possibility that they can superimpose over each other, they can mix with to each other, they can collide to each other, obviously. So this phenomenon is known as superposition of waves. Like we are just moving in the same direction with random speed, and suddenly we collide with each other. So this is the concept of the superposition of waves that is obtained in the cases of waves and other actually objects also. This condition can be obtained. So in that case, if the waves are superimposed over each other, then definitely after superposition a resultant wave that will be produced. So that resultant wave, what is its displacement, whether this is also has the same property of the wave or not. Suppose like we have two or more waves that are propagating in this way, and these waves are supposed they are harmonic waves, and in this particles are vibrating simple harmonically. So if these harmonics waves are superimposed over each other, then the condition is what, this resulting wave, whether this is also harmonic or not, and in which condition it will be harmonic. So first of all, I think the concept of superposition that is clear to you. Simple mixing or superposition of two or more waves, that is known as superposition of waves. So in the case of superposition, how can we calculate the displacement of the resultant wave? So for this, superposition principle helps us. It tells us that whenever there are a number of waves that are traveling with different displacements they have, then the resultant displacement due to their superposition will be simply algebraic sum of their individual displacements. So suppose one wave that is moving, second wave that is moving, third wave that is moving, it has some displacement y, it has some displacement y2, there's some displacement y3, and after superposition a new wave that is generated, it has displacement y. So superposition principle tells us simply that this displacement y, this will be algebraic sum of these all waves. Algebraic sum means obviously waves can travel in the same direction or they can travel from the opposite direction. Suppose two waves are moving like that and they are superposed over each other. So in this way you can see that here the direction of waves that are different. So if you are seeing the opposite direction, then we have to take their opposite direction sign. So that's why here algebraic signs we have to take, algebraic sum we have to take here, and that represent their direction of motion. So I think the concept of superposition principle, that is clear. It helps us to calculate, helps us to understand the superposition of waves, and even to understand the properties of the resultant wave that is produced after superposition. So finally, if suppose y1 is y1, y2, y3 and yn, in general there are n waves that are propagating in the same direction or in opposite direction, whatever, and if they are superimposed over each other, and after superposition a new wave is generated, and that new wave has a displacement that is y. So with the help of superposition principle we can write y is equal to y1 plus y2 plus y3 plus y4 and so on plus yn. Clear? So now in another way we know that the displacement for the particular wave that can be written with the help of y1 is equal to some r1 sine theta 1t minus k1s. Suppose all the waves that are moving in the same directions, positive x direction, similar way we can write y2, that will be some r2 sine omega 2t minus k2x, and so on. And here actually suppose yn here, that is rn sine omega nt minus knx. Clear? So if different waves have different properties, means different amplitudes, different angular frequency, different propagation constants they have, and they are propagating in the same direction, after that they are superimposed over each other, then what will be the final displacement of or resulting displacement of that waves? We can simply put these values here and we can solve it, and after that we can obtain its resulting displacement. So let's put the value of here, and you can see a formula for this. So this will be obtained. This is r1 sine omega 1t minus k1x plus r2. Suppose if any wave that is traveling from the opposite direction, in that case one wave, if this wave is traveling in negative, if this wave is traveling in positive x direction, then for positive x direction you can take this. For negative x direction, if you are adding it, then here first of all here minus sign, because there is opposite direction. Second thing is that here plus kx will be in our equation. So there is no need to confuse, but here first of all let's take if they are moving in the same direction. So sine omega t 2t minus k2x, and in the same way we can write here for nth part. This is just, so with the help of this formula now we can solve it easily, and we can calculate what is the resultant displacement. So simple superposition principle allow us to understand the mixing of the waves, and even how can we know the property of the resultant wave after the mixing of the wave. This principle tells us about that. So for clear understanding, suppose that if we are taking two waves that has different means same frequency same angular frequency or same frequency we are taking for those waves, and they both are propagating in positive x direction, both have same propagation constant, same suppose amplitudes they have, means all we are properties are taking same, like amplitude is same, angular frequency that is same, propagation constant that is same for that two waves, and they have phase difference of phi, then if they are moving in the same direction, and due to that if there is phase difference, then they will superimpose over each other, and after superposition, like y is the displacement of the resultant wave, then what will be the value of y, whether it is also harmonic or not, let's see that. So under these conditions, the displacement of first wave, that will be y1 is equal to r sin omega t minus kx, as we have taken it is propagating in positive x direction. Second wave will have displacement r sin omega t minus kx, and here a phase difference phi, that will be here. Suppose that in first wave phase difference is 0 and phase here phi, then obviously difference will be equal to phi here. Now let's solve suppose that these two waves have mixed and a new wave is formed that has displacement y. So this y, how can we understand, calculate it? With the help of superposition principle we can do it, and superposition principle tells us that simply the algebraic sum of these two individual displacements, that will give their resultant displacement for after the superposition. So let's calculate it. So this will be r sin omega t minus kx plus r sin omega t minus kx plus phi. Or in other word, you can write here y is equal to r sin omega t minus kx plus sin omega t minus kx plus phi. So here we are seeing that here a formula of sin c plus d, sin c plus sin d is here, and with the help of that formula we can expand this. So let's expand it with the help of that formula. So as the formula for sin c plus d is what? Sin c plus d by 2, 2 times actually, sin c plus d by 2 into cos c minus d by 2. So let's solve it with the help of that formula. So here will be 2r sin c plus d, c plus d. So here we will obtain 2 omega t minus 2 kx plus phi divided by 2 into cos c minus d. So if you will solve cos c minus d, then this will be equal to, obviously this will be cut out, this will be cut out, and finally what can we obtain here? The value that is obtained here, that will be equal to pi by 2, simple, because pi will be written here only. So c minus d, suppose this formula we have used, and minus this sign from this we can obtain it. So now here with this concept you can write here 2r cos pi by 2 into sin omega t, but just solve this, omega t minus kx plus pi by 2. So this is the final displacement equation for the resulting wave after the superposition of two waves of same amplitude, same frequency and same propagation constant. And we are seeing that here, if you can see that these all factors are constant here, 2, r and phi, all constants are here, then we can replace it with the help of a new constant. So suppose just replacing this with the constant sum r here, and where r is equal to 2r cos pi by 2. Yes? So here we can see that this is just like the same harmonic wave, that wave equation that we have, y is equal to r sin omega t minus kx plus pi by 2. So here the phase difference in the resulting wave, that will be pi by 2, and the amplitude that will the wave has, that is equal to r, or its value equal to 2r cos pi by 2. Clear, I think. So if this is also a condition that if that two or more waves that are of the same frequency and they have same propagation constant, or not whatever is the propagation constant, but same frequency if they have, then after superposition their resultant will be also harmonic, and they will also represent the simple harmonic motion. Clear. So simple, the superposition of two harmonic waves, that will be harmonic if we are taking these assumptions there. You can take the amplitude, that should be equal, the frequency that should be equal, and also the propagation constant that we are using, that should be equal there. But most important, the frequency should be equal there. Clear. So this is the concept that we are using the superposition, for the superposition of waves. Like in musical instrument we are producing a number of sounds. So if there we are producing number of sounds, then all that sounds are superimposed over each other, and after superposition, if the waves that will not be simple harmonic or harmonic in nature, then that time the voice will be something different and distorted. So there we are using the concept of the superposition of waves, and also to make it harmonic we are using the same frequency there. So I think the concept behind the superposition and the factors, that is clear. So next class we will see the importance and applications of superposition principle. So for today let's end it here, guys.